Hello footy fans, welcome to another episode of Bev's Footy Tips. This one for week 1 of the 2022 AFL Finals Series. Yes, the finals are here. Get up and about, get excited. It's an exciting time of year and it starts this weekend with the qualifying and elimination finals. Who will go straight out? Who will go through? Who will progress straight through to the preliminary finals in 2 weeks' time? We're going to find out this weekend. So let's not muck around. Let's get straight into it. Enjoy. Before I get into week 1 of the finals, it's time to wrap up the Bev Show tipping comp for 2022. And it's a big congratulations to Ethan. He correctly guessed 9 out of the 9 matches correct and had a better margin than those that tipped 9 out of 9. So Ethan, to you my friend, whoa, you beauty, you ripper-dipper legend, congratulations to you mate. Round 23 winner of the Bev Show tipping comp. Now it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to reveal the winner of the Bev Show tipping comp for 2022. Drum roll, please! The winner of the Bev Show tipping comp for 2022 is CatsFan17. Whoa, you beauty! Well done! Congratulations to CatsFan17, William D. You are the winner of the Bev Show tipping comp for 2022. Please get in touch with me. I want to organise a special prize for you. Well done, CatsFan17. Let's take a look at the overall leaderboard in full to see how much CatsFan17 won by, because it was very close in the end. So as you can see, CatsFan17 finished on top with 147 total tips. You can also see that P. Crips Bro finished second and Chris Riggy finished third. Both those tipsters also finished with 147 total tips, which means it was the total margin that separated them in the finish. That's how close it was. And CatsFan17, it turns out he has the better total margin. So congratulations to you once again, CatsFan17. Let's now get into my tips for week 1 of the AFL Final Series. And it begins on Thursday night with the second elimination final at the Gabba. It's the Brisbane Lions taking on Richmond at 7:20 p.m. What a way to kickstart what is set to be a cracking finals series. These two teams only met a few weeks ago. It was Richmond winning by 7 points at the MCG on that occasion. But the Brisbane Lions led by as much as 42 points. Richmond, though, they were able to come from behind and win by 7 in what was the biggest comeback win of this season. They've since gone on to win 4 in a row. Brisbane, well, they're coming off a 58-point loss to Melbourne in the final round at the Gabba. I did tip Melbourne to win that game, but I didn't expect the match to be so one-sided. I expected the Brisbane Lions to put up a bit more of a fight. Can they do anything in finals off the back of a big loss like that? I'm not sure. I personally don't think the Brisbane Lions will be much of a threat this final series, but I do think they can win this game though. You can't write off the Brisbane Lions at the Gabba. They don't lose back-to-back games at the Gabba often, but then in saying that, they haven't really stood up in finals in recent years. So I'm tipping Richmond to win the second elimination final. I think they are in the better form out of the two sides, and like I've said previously in previous videos, I think Richmond are the dark horse. I think they're the team that can do some damage. The team that is most likely to do some damage from outside of the fours. So tipping the Tigers to win this match, and I'm going to tip them by 15 points. I think it will be a close game, but I think the Tigers might just kick away late and win by that 15-point margin around about there. Should be a good game, though, to kickstart the finals. Friday night, we head to the MCG, the home of footy, for the second qualifying final. It's Melbourne taking on the Sydney Swans at 7:50 p.m. This match should be a belter. Both teams finished off the home and away season strongly. Melbourne won their last 2, but Sydney finished the better, winning their last 7. Now, I looked at both teams and their form against the top 8 teams. Melbourne have only beaten 4 of the top 8 teams this season, none of them in the top 4, compared to the Sydney Swans, who have beaten 6 of the top 8 teams, and they've beaten every team in the top 4. These two teams met back in round 12. Sydney got the job done by 12 points at the MCG. Like I said, this game should be a belter. Not riding off the reigning premiers Melbourne at all. I think they're a good chance to win this game, but I'm going to tip the Sydney Swans. I just feel like they're in better form. They've got better form against the top 8 teams, and I think they're capable of going over to the MCG on Friday night, beating Melbourne, and getting themselves through to a preliminary final. So tipping the Sydney Swans in a close one by 8 points. It should be a belter qualifying final. Can't wait for it. Now we move to Saturday. 2 matches. It starts at the MCG with the first qualifying final. It's Geelong taking on Collingwood at 4:35 p.m. These two teams, they've both had great seasons. In particular, Collingwood. Who would have thought they'd be making the 8, let alone getting a double chance? It's just been an outstanding season from the black and white. They've won 12 of their last 13 matches, which includes an 11-game winning streak at 1 point. But they're taking on a Geelong team who have won their last 13 matches. Now, I've seen a few comments, especially on my previous video, from people saying, oh, Geelong, they don't measure up in finals, this and that. Well, it's all well and good to look at the past, but you've actually got to really look closely at the here and now. And it's no doubt Geelong have looked better than previous seasons this season, I think anyway. They've actually gotten better as the year has gone on. They were a bit shaky to start the season. They lost to teams like St Kilda and Hawthorn, teams you'd expect them to beat, but they've really launched into the second half. They've been hard to stop, and I think they're going to be awfully hard to beat in September. I'd be shocked if they didn't make it all the way to the grand final in the current form that they're in. They had so many players make the All-Australian team too, like Stangl, Cameron, Hawkins, Blixarves, which I think says it all, to be honest. So these two teams, of course, met back in round 3. Geelong got the job done by 13 points. Collingwood led by as much as 37 points, though, at one stage, but Geelong were able to come from behind and win the game by 13. I think Geelong have gotten better since that game in round 3. I'm tipping the Cats. I think they'll be hard to beat. Sorry, Collingwood. I think Geelong will win by 20 points. They look a very strong team, the Cats. Like I said, they're going to be hard to beat in September, and I think they will win the first qualifying final convincingly by 20 points and get themselves through to a prelim. On Saturday night, the first elimination final wraps up week 1 of the finals series. It is Fremantle taking on the Western Bulldogs at Optus Stadium in Perth. The match getting underway at 8:10 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Now, I copped a lot of criticism for tipping the Western Bulldogs in my finals predictions video late last week. And rightly so, because the Dockers, they're going to be hard to beat, especially over there at Optus Stadium. I do concede that they're one of the best defensive teams in the competition this year. But you can't shoot me down for having a little bit of faith in my football team. And I know they just scraped into the top 8. I know they haven't been in the best of form throughout the whole season, but they've had a week off to think about what they could do differently against Fremantle, and it was only a 17-point defeat the last time these two teams met in round 21. The Dogs had a lot more inside 50 entries in that game, so they did miss some opportunities, and I have faith that the Dogs can go over there to Optus Stadium, really provide a good contest. Whether that will be enough to beat Fremantle, I'm not sure. I'm hoping so. I have the belief in my mighty red, white and blue. But the Dockers, they're going to be hard to beat, like I said. And if they win, good on them. I'll be happy for them. I just question whether they're a year too early in winning the premiership. I'm not sure if they can do it this year. But if they win on Saturday night well enough, I might change that opinion. And yeah, who knows? But anyway, enough rambling on. Tipping the Dogs in this one, putting faith in my team, tipping them by 5 points in what I hope is a good contest. Go the Doggies! So there you go, footy fans. They are my tips for what is set to be a cracking first week of the AFL finals. I think it's going to be a cracking AFL final series overall. Just cannot wait for it to get underway this Thursday night. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below your tips for week 1 of the finals. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll be back next week with another episode of Bev's Footy Tips covering the semi-finals. But until then, enjoy week 1 of the finals. Bye for now. Go the Mighty Bulldogs!